Hi loves, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be reviewing the Easy Bake Loose Setting Powder and the Easy Bake and Snatch Press Powder in the new shade Peach Pie. So I'm super excited because I literally just ordered a new shade in the loose powder form and in the press powder form in the shade Blondie, and I was so excited to try out that shade because it is more of a yellow tone. I already have two, which is Cherry Blossom Cake and Pound Cake. Those powders are more on the lighter side, so I wanted something a little bit closer to my skin tone, so I felt like Blondie was the perfect shade. And literally right after I ordered that, they came out with Peach Pie. So if you guys follow Huda Beauty and Sephora and everything like that, then you probably know that Sephora accidentally leaked these powders a little bit too early. When she did launch these, they were only available on the Sephora website and not Huda's website. The very same day that she launched them, it was just available on Sephora. So I didn't want to take the chance of waiting because I figured that this powder was going to be sold out extremely quick. So I'm just like, instead of doing it on the Huda website, I just went ahead and made my purchase on the Sephora app. So even though that today's main focus is going to be on the powders, I am going to be reviewing the foundation as well. This is what the foundation looks like. It is the Luminous Matte Foundation. So we're going to be putting that to the test as well. So yeah, you guys, I'm not going to ramble too much. So we're going to go ahead and get into the review. And I hope you all enjoyed today's video. I am literally on my last little bit of this primer that I'm sampling from MAC. This is the Pink Radiance Primer and I absolutely love it. So I already have it in my cart that I'm going to order along with a couple of other things from MAC. And it's literally just going to be a couple of things. I'm not going to go too crazy. But yeah, I really do like this primer a lot. Okay, you guys, so I got the primer applied and it's super matte. I honestly think that being that the primer is in the jar and I've kind of had this for a little minute, the product thickened a lot, and I'm not really sure if it's like supposed to be a mattifying primer. It feels like it. So yeah, it kind of reminds me of the Fenty primer. But yeah, let's get into the foundation. So this is what the outer packaging looks like. Your pretty much standard Huda Beauty packaging, real sleek, and it's pretty minimalistic in my opinion, but it's very, very like luxurious in my opinion. I feel like the simpler the packaging, the better in my opinion. I do love, one thing that I want to add, I literally love so much how each of the stickers matches the shade of the foundation. I don't know why. That's something that's kind of small. It's a small detail, but I appreciate so much. It looks nice and it kind of does help you pick out your shade when you are in stores. So yeah, I thought that was really nice. So you open it. Still Huda Beauty's logo, and you can see the foundation shade. I'm gonna try to hold it like this because I know my ring lights is probably reflecting off of the packaging, but yeah, you can see the shade through the bottle, which I honestly like. It's plastic, but it has like a slight frost to it, and it comes with your standard pump. And you guys, I'm not gonna lie, this foundation, because I already swatched it, this foundation is thick. Like, she is thick, but I don't want to talk too much about it. I just want to get into the foundation. So as always, I'm going to start off with one pump just to see where that gets us. Like I said, this foundation is pretty thick, so I don't want to pump too much, even though you can put it back because the pump comes off. But I just want to be careful first and just do one pump. I just got my Fenty bronzer here, one of my Fenty bronzers, and I just put one dot on there. Like, look guys, you could tell it's thick. I literally have it like this and the foundation is not really running as much. It's running, but it's still super thick. So yeah, we're just going to apply that to one side of the face. And the shade that I picked up is 450 G Chocolate Mousse. So like I said, I'm just gonna try to do half of the face, and I'm gonna just get my nose area. Ooh. So I feel like this is a lot. Ew, this kind of looks nasty. This is like giving me like a, it's triggering like my little phobia I got. Okay, so this is literally half of the face. So I'm just gonna blend it out. I do think that I applied maybe just a tad bit too much on this side of my face, but yeah. So for all of my foundations, I like to let the foundation sit on the skin a little bit because it provides a little bit more coverage. So I'm just gonna wait a little bit. Even though this is a matte foundation, it does have the word luminous in it, so I'm going to assume that this foundation is not fully matte, like my NARS foundation or my Fenty foundation. Like those foundations you have to work a little bit fast with. But for this one, I'm gonna give it a little second. So I'm gonna wait about a minute or so, and then we're gonna blend it out. Okay, you guys, so I think that I'm ready to blend it out. Whoa, okay, I waited too long. Oh Lord, y'all, I waited too long. Oh my goodness. As you can see, I'm literally like beating my, as you can see, I'm literally like beating my freaking face. Okay, I waited a little bit too long. I underestimated like the matteness of this foundation, not gonna lie. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, so very nice coverage. As far as the shade, it is just, I'm not gonna say that it's not my shade, but the undertone is a bit off. This pulls more golden when I am more on the like warm side. But I feel like once this foundation really oxidizes and I have everything like blended and stuff, my contour, bronzer, and concealer and everything, it's going to blend pretty well. So yeah. Whew, y'all. Oh my goodness. I feel like I had to beat myself up to blend that foundation out. I definitely waited a little bit too long. So yeah, take it from me. Do not wait too long to blend this foundation out. But yeah, so as you can see, this is the side with no foundation, which this side is going to be interesting to see how it covers up because I have dark spots that just love to just stay where it's at. They've been here for months. I feel like they just don't plan on leaving anytime soon. So yeah. And then this is the side of the foundation. So I actually really like it. You guys, I'm going to be completely honest. This foundation reminds me a lot of the KVD Beauty Lock-It foundation. Very thick consistency, kind of moussey, and it does dry down to a luminous matte finish. Even though it doesn't claim that it dries out to a luminous matte finish, that foundation definitely reminds me of this one a lot. So I'm gonna go in half a pump this time. Because like I said, I think I did do just a little bit too much on the other side. This might be a little bit too much too, but yeah. I'm gonna just apply that, and I'm definitely going to not wait as long as I did on this side. So I do have a little bit left over, and I'm just gonna put it back into the foundation bottle because we don't waste no product over here. Okay, this stuff is too expensive to be wasting. And just in case you guys are wondering, this foundation does retail for $42. Okay, so now we about to blend this out. Okay, you guys, so I definitely didn't wait as nearly as long on this side than I did the other side, and it's still kind of giving me a little bit of a hard time to blend out, which all that tells me is when you apply this foundation, go ahead and blend it out. That's definitely not a bad thing. It does say matte in the title of the foundation, so yeah. I will honestly just not wait at all and just get the blending as soon as you apply the foundation. But yes, as you can see, it definitely did cover up my dark spots that you guys seen earlier. And yeah, I try to avoid my eye area as much as possible because we're going to be applying concealer there. There's really no need for you to apply foundation and concealer. Your under eyes are definitely going to crease. Yeah, this is what the foundation looks like. So I am going to speed through this step of me applying my concealer because this is not what today's video is about. It is about the powder. So yeah, you guys, I'm just going to go ahead and do my face routine, and I'll be back once it's time to apply the powders. Okay, you guys, so now I'm gonna go into the powder. I always like to go in with the loose powder first and then go over it with the pressed powder. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's your pretty much standard loose easy bake powder packaging. So yeah, this is what it looks like. Has the name on the top part, and it has easy bake, loose baking, and setting powder right here. And it has like a little peach tone. Like I said, I love how they match the color of the sticker to the color of the product. And this is what it looks like. Hold on, I'm gonna check and see if y'all can like see it. Hopefully y'all can tell the shade. It's definitely like a lighter peach, definitely on the lighter side, but it's definitely peach for sure. And I love it so much. Now, something that I am noticing about this product is that I'm not gonna say that they put more product in here, but more powder is definitely at the top of the net versus my other ones. The one that I have in Cherry Blossom, Pound Cake, and Blondie, it's not that full. So I don't know, that's just something that I notice about the powder. But yeah, you guys, this is what it looks like. Hopefully y'all can see, but it's a beautiful peach tone. If it's not picking up the shade, then I'll just insert videos of the powder, and I'll do comparisons as well to Cherry Blossom Cake and Pound Cake, and also Blondie if you guys want to see that as well. Those are just all the powders that I have from Huda Beauty, so I'm like, why not? blended out all of those creases that may have happened when I was doing my bronzer, my liquid bronzer. So yeah, I like to go in with a brush first with the product, and then if I feel like it's necessary, I go in and do a light layer of baking. I don't know if I'm going to in today's video because of the concealer that I use. It does dry down to a matte finish, so I don't know if I should bake on a concealer that's super matte like that. But yeah, I'm going to take out the creases on my lid as well because I'm going to set my eye area along with my under eye area. So yeah, I'm gonna just take that. Ooh. Get in the corner right here. Whew. Okay, y'all. I definitely put way too much powder on the brush. But yeah, I'm just going to blend that in. And you guys, I will say, like, this powder is so finely milled to the point where you can use a lot of powder and it just won't be cakey. Like, I feel like there's absolutely nothing under my eye, like nothing at all, which is just so crazy to me. Like, but you guys, I really like the shade. I will say, when you first apply the powder, it doesn't look like it's much of a difference. It looks like any other powder that she has, but as I went to blend it and it just melts into the skin, because that's what these powders do, they literally melt into the skin, I am noticing a difference. It is giving more of a peachy tone powder. Like, I really like how this looks a lot. And I'm very curious to see how it's going to look with the pressed powder, because if you guys are familiar with the pressed powders, they do give a more brightening effect than the loose setting powders. So I honestly want to see if that powder is going to alter the peach shade or it's going to add to it, but we'll see. So what I'm going to do is set the other eye, and then we're going to go back to this eye and set it with the pressed powder, and then we're going to tell the difference between the two. Okay, you guys, so I went ahead and set the rest of my face and I applied some bronzer. So now we're gonna go into the pressed powder. So it's definitely something that I noticed with the packaging. It's not a big deal at all. You guys probably don't even care, but it's just something that I noticed. So I do have the Easy Bake and Snatch powder in Cherry Blossom Cake, and it's more of like a matte kind of black packaging versus this one is more of like a see-through black. I don't know if you guys can like tell the difference. This is the peach one, and then this is the Cherry Blossom Cake one, which I thought was interesting. Yeah, just something to just throw out there. I don't know, it's just something that I noticed, so I was just like, that's different. But okay, I know y'all probably like, girl, I do not care, get on with the powder. I will. So I'm just going to take my same brush that I used, there's no powder on it, and and I'm going to take the peach powder. This is what it looks like, and it's kind of a lot, you guys. That's okay. So I am noticing this has a little bit more fallout than all of the other powders that I have. Like I said, I have Blondie, Cherry Blossom Cake, and Pound Cake, and this one has the most kickback. Sometimes I would have to go into like swirl into the product, but with this one I can just tap it and more product comes off of the brush, which I do not mind at all. But yeah, so we're definitely going to see. I like how it looks on the brush. So what I like to do is where I applied that, ooh, that's so nice, where I applied that brighter concealer that you guys see me do. That's where I just like to keep the powder, because I like that brightening effect. This is more of a luminous powder, so I don't like my entire under eye to be luminous. This is what works for me. And you guys, I'm not joking, every single time I do my base makeup, this product has to be used. I cannot do my makeup without it now. So as you can see, it definitely made a difference, a huge difference, and I definitely can still see the peachy tone of my under eye. So I don't know if you guys can tell a difference. I'm just gonna awkwardly look into the camera so you guys can see. But as you can see, this side is way more brighter and more luminous, versus this side is nicely set and it's bright, but it's not popping like how this one is. And this is what I prefer. So yeah, this is the side with the pressed powder and peach pie, and this is the side with just the loose setting powder and peach pie. And you guys, I will say something else about these products, the pressed powder and the loose powder. These products are more on the expensive side, but let me tell you how it's worth it. Literally, when I go in with these powders, I use the slightest amount, even though I did say you can build it up because the powder is so thin. So to run into cakiness is very slim to none when it comes to this powder, I'm not gonna lie. But if you just want more of a flawless finish, I feel like the less powder that you use, the better, because you do have less of a chance of it getting cakey. So with that being said, you only need just a thin layer of powder, like especially with this one. This one is just so flawless. It's so seamless. Like I love everything about this powder. I just love it so much. So yeah, I just applied the pressed powder on this side, and now you can see that I have that brightening effect under each eye that I need in my makeup every single time I do it. So I honestly don't have much more to do with my makeup, so I'm going to finish the rest off of camera, and then I will be back to show you guys the finished look. Okay, you guys, so I am back and the makeup is pretty much done. So the last step that I need to do is just set my face with my favorite makeup setting spray. This is the Mattifying On Till Dawn setting spray by One Size. Okay, you guys, so I'm finally finished with the rest of my makeup, and this is how it came out. Something real simple. I went ahead and added a little bit of a peach eyeshadow in the inner corner of my eye. I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, but yeah, it definitely pulled the peachness all together, especially with the blush as well. So this is literally like my final verdict on the powder. Now, obviously, I love the formulation. They didn't change anything as far as the formulation, so I knew that I was going to love the powder regardless. It still melts into the skin. It gives a really nice blurring effect, and it also brightens, so I love every single thing about the powder. Nothing was going to change about that, and I feel the exact same way about the pressed powder. Now, as far as the shade, I will say that I do get more of a peachy tone when I just go in with the loose setting powder by itself. I do feel like as time went on and I did the rest of my makeup, I didn't really see much of a difference when it came to the peachness of it until I added the pressed powder. But I feel like it slightly took away from the peachy tone. At least that's what I seen. At first I was just like, okay, I still see the peachiness, but as I went ahead and did the rest of my makeup, I started to notice that it doesn't really give that peach undertone that it did when I just applied the loose setting powder by itself. Now, that is kind of understandable considering the fact that I did tell you guys in the beginning of the video that when you get the loose powder and you want to get the pressed powder form along with it, this powder is more of a brightening effect. So all of the powders that I've noticed that I have are always just slightly brighter than the loose setting powder alone. So that is something that I feel like you can take into consideration. That's just my personal opinion though. Maybe some people feel different and see a difference. I still need to see what it looks like on camera because I can't really see myself right now. So yeah, but at least in person, I definitely noticed that when you do put on the pressed powder on top of it, it does give a brightening effect and it does what it's supposed to do. But as far as the color, I feel like it does change just slightly and you lose a little bit of that peachy undertone. but that's just my opinion. But I don't mind it at all. Like I said, I love the powder so much, and I do see a peach undertone, because when I did first purchase this and I was seeing all the TikToks and reels on this product, I was like, I don't really see much of a difference as far as the peach undertone. But now getting my hands on it and using it on myself, I definitely see a difference, and I'm literally in love with the color and I'm in love with the powder. So yeah, you guys, that's literally my final verdict on the powders. I don't want to sound too repetitive. Now the question is, do I recommend these powders? Absolutely. I recommend it for the color, I recommend it for the brightness, I recommend it for just the formula alone. Like, these powders are so beautiful. I literally only have 2 more shades to get from this collection, and then I will be satisfied with the powders that I have. Like I said, I do have peach pie, of course. I have pound cake, cherry blossom cake, and blondie. So yeah, the next 2 shades that I want to get is banana bread and cupcake. So yeah, you guys, you will be seeing those powders in upcoming videos, especially the blondie one, because I already have that one now. So yeah, you guys, I hope that you learned something new from this review and you got a lot of information from it. Please let me know in the comments down below if you do plan on getting this powder. They did come out with correctors as well, but I'm not really much of a corrector person. But now that I have the powder, I really feel like if I had the peach one, I would have got more of that peachy tone even with the pressed powder. So yeah, I am considering getting the correctors as well. So just let me know if you guys will be interested in seeing another video along with the peach correctors, and I can get that out for you guys. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next one.